There are endless debates one could have when discussing the Eagles' quarterback room. How elite is Carson Wentz? Why was Jalen Hurts drafted? Just what is a quarterback factory? Why isn't Clayton Right, we'll stop it there. But there is one man consistently left out of every discussion who may, just may, be able to make some noise this offseason. And that's who we're going to kind of profile today, look back at his career and work out exactly why he could be a name to watch this summer. Before we get into it though guys, as always, a massive thank you to anyone taking the time out of their day to watch this video. I know how much stress and anguish there is in the world right now, and there are some charities down below that, should you wish to support them, I'm sure they'll be greatly appreciative of those efforts. If you do enjoy this content, the best way to support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers and we would love for you to be a part of our community. And as always, make sure that you're getting your daily dose of Philadelphia sports coverage from myself and all of our writers over at phillysportsnetwork.com. That man we're taking a look at today is former 4th round pick Kyle Lauletta. Now 25 years old, the former Richmond Spider signed with the Eagles just days after he was shockingly cut by the New York Giants. He was handed the second highest deal of any undrafted free agent in that period, showing a real sign of investment from the Philadelphia Eagles. The Birds' admiration for the former Richmond Spiders game started way before the NFL draft. Philly always have a strong presence at the Senior Bowl, and it just so happened that Lauletta would put on a passing clinic, leading all quarterbacks in passing yards with 198 and throwing 3 touchdown passes in the process. The personnel in attendance were high on Lauletta, but drafting a quarterback as high as the middle of the draft just wouldn't have been logical for the team. For context, Avonte Maddox and Josh Sweat were taken instead, 2 names who have had huge impacts in previous years and could have even bigger ones in 2020. It's easy to see why the Eagles like Lauletta to begin with. He's 6'3", 217 pounds, and has the size and smarts needed to thrive in Peterson's scheme. He didn't flash a cannon arm, but an ability to read defenses quickly and deliver precise passes in shorter areas of the field, leading his receivers into open space. This was echoed by his final collegiate season, where he passed for 28 touchdowns, just 12 interceptions, and completed 63.5% of his passes. After being drafted by the Giants, however, it appeared as though the relationship with the Eagles would be cut short. Lauletta would learn under Eli Manning in 2018, with the hopes of one day claiming the starting role for his own. Things took a disappointing turn in the heart of his rookie campaign though. He was charged with eluding police, resisting arrest, and obstructing justice after almost hitting an officer in his car during the month of October. If the off-field distractions and the impact they carry onto the field and the locker room weren't enough, when he finally took the field in place of Eli Manning during a blowout win over the Redskins, even that turned sour. Lauletta attempted just 5 passes, missed all 5, and threw 1 interception. The next offseason saw New York shockingly draft Daniel Jones. There's no way Lauletta wouldn't be shaken up by this, and after such a tough rookie year, he'd already been pushed to the back of the line. Something had to change. He needed a strong offseason if he had any hopes of reclamating this project in New York. That's exactly what he delivered though, completing 37 out of 62 passes, throwing for 453 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He also amassed a passer rating of 103.8 and ranked 13th out of 79 qualifying quarterbacks according to Pro Football Focus. This was made even sweeter with a stunning 19-point comeback in the preseason finale, but for the Giants, that wasn't enough and Lauletta was cut. That's right, a 4th round pick from 1 year before was cut after a very good preseason. It's very rare that happens, but hey, this is the Giants. Days later, he ended up with the Eagles, a team who he had great familiarity with by this point and a grown-up supporting. His next challenge was a simple one: wait and see how the season pans out and then strike in the offseason. Josh McCown departed, Nate Sudfeld re-signed, and Jalen Hurts was drafted. The quarterback picture was as clear as day. Lauletta is now in contention with Nate Sudfeld for the QB3 spot after the Indiana product has failed to show anything noteworthy this past year. In fact, he's not been trusted when forced into regular season action, as we've previously analysed on this channel, despite Josh McCown and Nick Foles both being given full reign over the offense, and his 2019 summer was one of underwhelming play and injury. Lauletta now has a real chance to beat out Sudfeld for that spot and stick onto the Eagles roster behind both Wentz and Hurts. If he can prove that he's turned a fresh page, leave the off-field drama behind and overcome the lack of trust placed on him by the Giants, then maybe a show of confidence by the Eagles both before the draft and after he was cut will be enough to see him spice things up in the battle for QB3. Let me know what you think, guys, and if you would like to see more of this kind of video. I understand it's a little bit different from the stuff we've normally been doing, but hopefully you enjoy it and are all keeping safe at this time. From myself, Liam Jenkins, we'll see you soon.